A dragon slid out, looked around, and then spoke.
My dear old friend Woozy! Is something the matter? Come and sit down for a chit-chatty natter.
So Woozy explained that he had to solve sneezing, and spot-dotted bots, and poor toes that were freezing. He needed a spell, so Dripsy said, "Here," and whispered some words in his wizened old ear. A spell that the dragon had hidden away, to use on a snivelling sneeze sort of day.
Thanks, Dripsy,
said Woozy,
I'll give it a try.
And he and his pig shot away through the sky.
Pig!
Laughed the wizard.
They'll soon all be well.
But when he got home, he'd forgotten the spell.
Oh, pig!
Woozy sighed.
I'm a muddly old mess. What were the words? I'll just have to guess. Abracadollop!
He called in the breeze, but all that he got were some carrots and peas, and plump lumps of dumpling, all fluffy and big.
I've spoiled my spell,
Woozy said to his pig.
What can I do for their noses and toeses and spots on their bots that are redder than roses? Until I remember the spell to cure flu, I will brew them a pot of some steaming hot stew. Pig, Woozy smiled, fetch my cauldron and stirrer, then get me my apron, my whisk and my whirrer.
And into the cauldron went onions and beans, a pipkin of pepper, a sprig of spring greens. With sploshes and splashes and spluttery splishes, he spooned all the stew into bowls and big dishes. But the weaver went, sniff, and the baker went,
sneeze.
The blacksmith said,
Woozy, just do something, please.
Baffled and bothered, the wizard came home, where he washed up the bowls in a mountain of foam. Then he gazed for a while at his old crystal ball, which filled up with fog, and then nothing at all.
Oh, pig!
Woozy wailed, as he started to weep.
My magic won't work when my ball's gone to sleep. What can I do for their noses and toeses and spots on their bots that are redder than roses? My spells never work, they're still ill, Woozy said. So I'll tuck them up tight in a soft, snuggly bed.
A bed full of pillows, all plumpy and puffy, and blissful warm blankets all fleecy and fluffy, and squillions of quilts and 1,000 warm throws to cover their chests and their poor frozen toes. But the baker still sniffled, the blacksmith still sneezed. The weaver said,
Woozy, just do something, please. My magic,
he moaned as he slumped out the door.
It's simply no use in this place anymore.
Woozy flew with his pig over lakes and a pond, till they came to the hills in the back of beyond, where Woozy sat down and said to his pig,
I'm just a small wizard, this task is too big.
And he moaned and he groaned and he droned to himself, until out from a hole there popped Iffy, the elf.
Why, Iffy,
cried Woozy,
I'm so pleased it's you. My friends are all ill, tell me what should I do?
Do? said the elf.
But your fame has spread far. You're a whiz of a wizard, a wonder, a star. Your name's in the papers. Just look at the news. All of your friends are now cured of their flus. No colds in their noses or poor frozen toeses or spots on their bots that are redder than roses.
What? Woozy said.
How are they better? Yes, how are they well? I didn't use magic. I don't have a spell. But you gave them thick socks,
the wise Iffy said.
You served them warm stew, and you tucked them in bed. And now they're much better. It's all thanks to you. Your goodness is magic. It's magic, it's true.
Back in the village of Snottington Sneeze lives a wizened old wizard with knockety knees. Woozy flies through the skies, going zippity-zoom, as he and his pig whoosh around on their broom. Woozy waves at the blacksmith, he waves at the weaver, he waves at the baker, now cured of the fever. He loops in the air and dips down to the ground. Woozy, they call, you're the best whiz around. Your magic's a muddle, but none of us mind. We love you, dear wizard, because you are kind.